Well, hello and welcome back. So, we decided to come about an hour away to Woodlands Camp Resort in Elkton, Maryland. This is about a few miles off from Route 40 in the Elk Neck Forest. I'll turn the camera around. It is a nice park. It is all, and I'll talk while I'm going. It is 97%, 98%, 98% seasonals. So they only have 9, they call them transient, I think that's what it was, transient sites, which is, when you want to come in. So over here you have the park office, and you can tell right off the bat, you drive up in. That's the park entrance. There's your mailboxes, Amazon packages. Couple things. We've been here since Friday night. We'll give you a quick tour around it. Like I said, it's a nice park. We did put our suits on, go swimming because the pool, it's a beautiful pool. Beautiful area for the pool, is open till 7. It was 5 o'clock and it was closed. So the sign specifically does say, what is it? At something discretion. The hours are, I think, 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. to 7. I'll show you when we go by. But it says subject to change. I think that's what it says. Don't know why. It's 90 degrees on a Saturday. Once again, this place caters to their seasonal people. And pretty much that's it. And enjoy the tour. Here we go. If you're on a transient site, you get 1 gate pass key, and that's it. It is $5 per day per guest if you want anybody over. Now, the campground itself this is a rec building with a playground. We'll run you down this lane first. Now, on the map, everything to the right that you see is the campground. To the left on the map is just a trail that leads down to a pond. But as you see, since that map was designed, they probably have added some campers in here. These, I believe, are water and electric sites, cabins. I don't see any sewer sites down here, so I believe these would be their regular sites. We wanted sewer, so of course we were up top. There may be some of them down here, though, that are, like here. People have boats in here. This is not as nice as the other section. So I'm assuming that's why this is more of the, I want to stay for a weekend, I want to stay for a week. Something like that. A lot of these people we did see earlier today do use their caddies and pull their septic up and dump it up at the dump station and then come back. So the nice thing is here, I would never stay down here. We talked about this. There's porta potties. One bad thing about this park is there's 200 and some odd sites, I believe, honey. 200 and some odd sites, and they have one massive bathhouse around the swimming pool, which is fenced in with the swimming pool and closes when the swimming pool closes. There's only one other bathhouse. It is a big bathhouse. There is, I believe, 8 urinals in the men's room, 8 sinks, 8 showers. Of course, these people live here all season with their campers, so I don't even think they use it very much. But over to the right, coming through, they've taken this whole little area and they've made, I guess it's a ferry house. park, there's
Fairy gardens.
Fairy gardens. There's little gardens in right straight in front of us.
So I'm going to let you
I think my camera is very blurry.
talk, and I'm going to get out and take some pictures.
I'll pull over here for a second. So everybody has golf carts here. This is a catch and release pond. There is a golf cart path all the way around. Comes across a bridge on the other side and goes back up. There's one of the, they have these little fairy houses everywhere. So while I get out in this area, there is, there she is. There's Miss Donna. Hi, Miss Donna. They have these little fairy houses all over the place, especially coming out the other side. There's a lot of them. You can see, you just look on the little stumps and stuff, and they have strategically placed little houses on the stumps. Over there, there's a little camper on a stump over there. Why they do it, I don't know. It's kind of cool. It looks neat. Donna getting some more pictures. You can see, here's a little one right here she just took. It's a little Halloween deal. I think you could walk down there, it's probably dry. Oh, okay. But yeah, so we'll take a quick tour around the park. You'll see everything's kind of the same. There's some very nice places in here. People have probably lived here for years. Campground, it's more of a seasonal place, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, our travels across the U.S. and whatnot, a lot of campgrounds have done this now. They've gone to more of a seasonal deal. I don't know if it's they have a hard time kicking people out or what, or I don't know. I don't know. You know, back when I was younger, the idea was, you know, campgrounds were campgrounds, and you go in and camp and have a good time for a weekend, a week. If you wanted a seasonal, that's what you did. But, you know, a lot of people couldn't do, you know, 3,000, 3,500, 4,000. Some we've seen up to 10,000 up in Lake George for a season. You know, not everybody can do that. So maybe that's why there's only 9 transient sites here. They call transient sites water, sewer, and electric, because everything else is reserved. So, yeah. So, do you want me to pick you up on the other side? I'll pick you up over that way. She's walking over to take more pictures. This is actually our first camping trip since our cross-country trip. We had some work to do. And the little clipper, we had a water pump issue that we had to take care of. A couple small odd and end things. The on-off switch on the battery setup. I didn't make any recordings of that. So, and we'll continue with this. Once again, you can drive down here and you can drive around this road. They got some picnic tables down here. Little bridge on the other side, and I think just before that bridge there's another path that goes up, because we saw another path. But here's where you'll see more of the, it's kind of hard to, unless I zoom in. They have these all in this area. And why not, right? It just gives you something to look at and talk about while you're driving around, checking out their park. There's one over here. So bunch of them on each stump up there. So yeah, while we're waiting for Donna, I'll just keep going. Once again, I can't say it enough. It's a nice, clean park. I wish the pool would have been open later today. It is Saturday, and we did go down there at 5:30, and it was closed and locked up. Clean pool, very large pool. Park is big for what it is. People have spent a ton of money making their sites their own. There is some in here that are probably 40 foot. There's park models in here, decks, additions, sheds, outdoor fire pits, just all done up real nice. Beautiful landscaped lots in here. This section that we just came down is, I think this is more of your, if you want to spend the night here or spend a weekend or something like that. Once again, we demanded almost a septic site. We would prefer if we could, and the septic site was the same. It was the same amount of money. It was water, sewer, and electric, if they had it available, was the same as water and electric. So why not, right? You just do it right there. So let me see where she has gone. She is taking some more pictures. So what I will do is I will cut this, and we'll be right back, and we'll continue our tour around Woodlands Camp Resort in Elkton, Maryland. See you in a few.